We have quite a lot of news to cover today. Let's get right into it, baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go. We're going to start with the pre-market gainers and losers for today, so you know what to look at, see if you can maybe get a bounce back, or you might be able to get something on the way down. Maybe if you want to do some nice put options, which I would not recommend doing, but if you wanted to, you can go for it. But let's go right here. We have Paratek Pharmaceuticals, baby, up 45% on a BARDA contract for Nuzira, which I'm assuming is one of their drugs. Boom. Look at that. So there you go. Rite Aid plus 31% on Q3 earnings. That's wild. Up 31% off of earnings is freaking insane. That's an absolute crazy one. Catalyst Biosciences up 30% on Biogen deal and dry AMD. Okay. Bionano Genomics. That's right, up 15% after Mayonnaise Clinic adopts Sapphire for applications in neurodegenerative diseases. That's right, I know these words. I'm pretty good at this. Seadrill up 9%. Axum Therapeutics up 9% on price equity offering. That's surprising that's up there off that, but that's okay. Inovio Pharmaceuticals up 8%. TiVo up 8% on merger with Xberry. Conagra Brands up 7% on earnings. Green Sky up 7% after $6 billion flow arrangement pact. New Age Beverages up 6%. Guess what? Maybe I'm not going to be down 500,000% on that position now. Well, I still will be. Obzeva SA up 6%. Rubicon Project up 6% on entering into a stock-for-stock merger agreement. Let's go, baby. Let's get into that. Let's get to these losers. So we have Minerva Neurosciences down 24% after their unnamed so far drug flunks mid-stage depression study. Makes all these shareholders pretty upset too. Let's be honest. Apogee Enterprises minus 17% on earnings. Xberry minus 12% on merger with TiVo. Look at that. Herman Miller minus 10% on earnings. Green Dot minus 10% on disappointing outlook. And Acorn minus 5%. Sorry, Acorn. Let's get into all this freaking news. There's so much news today, I don't even know where to start. Besides, let's talk about my favorite stock of all time, baby. Let's go. We're going to talk about Facebook. Gets a price target lifted from Douchebank. Raises the price target from 260 to 270, baby. That's right. You already know what's going to happen. I've already called this. This thing's going to be 300 by the end of the year. As long as we don't hit any sort of recession. This thing's going to be 300. I'm better than you, Mr. Douchebank. Eat that. But analysts attribute strength to extensive product work, including newsfeed improvements, added video content, and scaling marketplace. And again, I speak about this all the time. Facebook has so much going for it, and there's plenty of Facebook news things coming on today I'll get into. But Amazon and Google partner on a smart home standard. Amazon, Apple, and Google are partnering with Zigbee Alliance on Project Connected Home over IP. The project will create a new standard that will make it easier for Google to copy you. Ooh. Zigbee Alliance announced a new partnership. Do you hear that? It's called Project Connected Home over IP. Let it speak for me. To create a new standard that will make it easier for the fragmented ecosystem of smart home products to work together. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home. Let's go. Thank you. There you go. I hope that picked up. If it didn't, then you don't know what I'm talking about. That was wild. Let's go. All right. Once the standard is defined, applicable products will bear a logo letting customers know it's supported by Project Connected Home. Existing Zigbee Alliance product makers will also participate, which includes Samsung SmartThings, IKEA, and NXP Semi. The group hopes to release a draft speculation and preliminary open source materials in late 2020. Let's go. Activision is pushing back everyone's favorite Warcraft. This time it's Warcraft 3, Reforged. That's okay, because they still have Warcraft Classic. I don't know. I don't play any of these games, so I don't know. But it was scheduled to release before the end of the year. We've been working hard to get Reforged in your hands before the end of the year. As we've started approaching the finish line, we felt we needed a little extra development time for finishing touches. Nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with that. You got to make sure the game's good and it's not a flop. Needham trims iRobot estimates on aggressive promotions, so cuts the gross margin forecast from 40.1% to 39.8%. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. You're going to drop at 0.3% and that's newsworthy? Are you stupid? Where do you get these numbers? You're literally just making up crap. It frustrates me. The firm also reduces the 2020 revenue estimate from $1.35 billion to $1.32 billion. Analyst James Ricciuti cites slower Roomba growth due to increasing promotions to hold on to market share. The analysts also note the recent management comments supporting gross margin could fall 39%, which is worse than expected. It's got a hold rating. I personally am feeling good about iRobot's valuation, so I'm into it. The first round of reviews of Disney Star Wars have leaned to the disappointing side, while Variety issues a glowing review. Vox is a piece of garbage, by the way. Calls the new movie a colossal failure of imagination, and The Verge, garbage, says it's strange to be left with as many new questions as resolutions for a trilogy ender. NPR, why are they reviewing a movie? I don't even get who these people are. Why are they reviewing movies? Vox, I don't get it. NPR splits it down the middle, saying Star Wars installment is exciting, exhaustive, and effortful all at the same time. The Rotten Tomatoes score on Rise of Skywalker is 58%, with 112 reviews in the mix. By comparison, The Last Jedi had a 91%. So the question is, if the Rotten Tomatoes score is that low, do they potentially get into some controversial topics? Because you already know, if there's any controversial topics here, Rotten Tomatoes score is going to be extremely low, but then the user score is always very high. So I don't give a crap about these pieces of garbage. It's literally just all fake. These professional analysts, it's all fake, and it's 100% just whatever the narrative they want to push is. So let's forget about that. Let's go. Douchebank analyst Lloyd Walmsley says Facebook should see strong year for ad spending in 2020. The analyst is more upbeat on core Facebook and the e-commerce opportunity at Instagram after meeting with the digital ad executive. That's right, baby. Raises the price target from 260 to 270. We already know that. Walmsley, you're just copying your other friend. Also weighs in on Snapchat, saying the company will face its first period of tough comps next year. Which Snapchat, by the way, it's a garbage stock. Get out of that thing. Which has an elevated, Pinterest has an elevated execution risk because of the history of moving somewhat slowly. Okay, baby, let's go. Activision Blizzard says Modern Warfare is the most played Call of Duty of this console generation, baby. It's crossed 1 billion in global sell-through, over 500 million multiplayer hours played, nearly 300 million multiplayer matches. I still don't have the game yet, but let's freaking go. I love it. It's going to be a good quarter for Activision. I already told you, baby. Micron reported earnings yesterday. You know I'm huge into Micron. Beat on an EPS standpoint, barely. Obviously not good EPS if you're comparing year over year. And revenue, obviously not good year over year, but $5 billion. The valuation's still fair on this guy. That's all I can tell you. So they rose 3%, and pretty much they're going to tell you here that they believe that they've hit the bottom. So we'll see how that goes. Doesn't expect material revenue to impact the next couple of quarters. So let's see how it goes. We got Virgin Galactic, seen as the hypersonic winner. Morgan Stanley says analysis of search trends for hypersonic reveals the industry's growing relevance and the first mover advantage for Virgin Galactic, because they're one step ahead of everyone. Virgin Galactic is seen as positioned best to capture hypersonic futures commercial opportunity, with hypersonics now a key national security issue alongside the eventual commercial adoption of the technology. We believe the hypersonic industry is poised for growth. Adam Jonas from the Jonas Brothers. Morgan Stanley has an overweight rating. Yikes. That is wild to see Morgan Stanley think so highly of a stock that is unproven. But let's go. They don't make revenue at this point. Anyways, Facebook confirms CNBC that is acquiring Madrid-based cloud gaming company. Let's go. Last week, Cinco Dias, it's 5 days. 5 days reported that PlayGiga acquisition was coming with a price tag of about $78 million. That's not that much. Cloud gaming has become increasingly competitive field. Google launched its Stadia services last month. Microsoft started previewing its xCloud streaming services in October. Again, one of my main reasons why I love Facebook so much is the fact that they own Oculus. There will come a time when virtual reality takes over absolute all gaming. I mean, let's be honest. Consoles are obviously good, but there's a time where everyone's going to be going to virtual reality. It's just the way the gaming is going to be in the future, in my opinion. So we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that, baby. And obviously, they need to acquire more game studios to have more games. Facebook heads to the Super Bowl, baby. Facebook is airing its first Super Bowl ad at the big game. The big game. They're forced to say big game because you're not allowed to say Super Bowl, but they said Super Bowl in the title, so Seeking Alpha, you're going to get sued probably. As part of the social network's More Together campaign, cameo from Chris Rock and Sylvester Stallone, and display how people from different backgrounds come together over shared interests and experiences all through Facebook groups. You know we do. I've never been in a single Facebook group besides one about dogs that are freaking cute. So, 30-second time slots for 5 million, which is related to Disney as well. Disney's getting this cashish. Let's go, Disney. Cisco edges higher. Barclays upgrades Cisco to an overweight rating after having IT networking company slotted at equal weight. The firm's price target of 53, representing a 14% upside potential. Okay, I love it. You know I love that. Ericsson and Microsoft partner on connected cars. Will build its connected vehicle cloud on top of the Microsoft connected vehicle platform that is running on the Azure cloud platform. The integrated solution allows automakers to deploy the scale global vehicle services such as fleet management, over-the-air software updates, and connected safety services much easier and faster while reducing costs. It also provides flexibility through modular design and multiple deployment options. Ericsson connected vehicles connect more than 4 million across 180 countries worldwide, approximately 10% of the connected vehicle market. Let's go, baby. Libra plans still unclear. That's right, Facebook Libra's still unclear. At this stage, there is no strategy to set in stone for the markets or the product or how it will get rolled out, says Patrick Ellis, one of the 5 board members for the Geneva-based Libra Association. That's right, Libra Association. They're thinking about this hardcore. Facebook's Libra has been on track to launch in 2020, but the scope of the rollout depends on talks with the regulator. Regulators. Thank you very much, Seeking Alpha. Project has drawn scrutiny and strong criticism. It would fear financial. I think this would be big for Facebook if they can launch it. If not, it's not the end of the world. But again, people are just freaking out way too much about this. I mean, obviously, cryptocurrency is going to be a much bigger deal in the future than it is right now. It'll be the main form of payment if you come in 10 years in the future, probably. So, it's a good day for electric vehicle sector. BMW crossed the cumulative 500,000 unit mark for sales of the company's electrified vehicles, according to a series of late night tweets. Someone got a little hammered. They were tweeting last night, releasing all this info. It's viewed as somewhat of a jab at Tesla's Elon Musk, but not really. Oliver Zips says 500K electric vehicles sold is proof of concept on EV demand. Shares of Tesla have now crossed $400 for the first time. NIO is showing a little bounce, moving 1.2% higher, and Candy Technologies up 1%. Plug Power gets absolutely hammered by Spruce Point Capital. Whoever that is, you're just a garbage tree. So, yeah, I mean, you're just a tree, and I don't care about you. Strong sell rating, worst kind of investment story. Company's been overpromised and underdelivered for 20 years, which is pretty factual. But the market's here now. The market's here now. That's why I wasn't in it before. The market's here now, baby. Chipotle. I love Chipotle. That was awful. Sorry. I love Chipotle. Is that better? It's that one kid. Remember, that kid was all over the news. Says it will test different restaurant designs as it plots strategy for becoming a booming digital business. They want to become a McDonald's. Restaurants in Chicago, Cincinnati, Phoenix, Newport Beach, and San Diego will be part of the test. The test will cover a variety of types of restaurants, including an urban storefront, standalone location, and a Chipotlane drive-through lanes. Chipotlane? Okay, for digital orders. While Chipotle's digital business increases the size to $1 billion, new in-restaurant features are being installed to help reduce friction and increase convenience for customers and delivery drivers alike. Walk-up windows and premium placement for digital built-in pickup portals will allow customers to receive their food more efficiently than ever. Okay, that's cool. I've partaken in Chipotle maybe once, but that's pretty cool. Obviously, digital business is going to be a lot more of a factor. I think McDonald's is really leading the way in terms of that, but everyone else is going to be copying. And then look at this. That's really nothing important. That's just how I look at what's moving. Let's go, baby. That's all I got for news for you today. Hope you enjoyed.